Everybody, this is John. Welcome to the free video. And tomorrow's Fed day, so anticipating, today was a little choppy, anticipating obviously some chop into tomorrow morning, and then we'll see what the Fed does, and I'll show you kind of my plan. One setup that we texted out yesterday, we had a 195-minute squeeze in Google with an RAF buy, and it bounced off the tree line, or fire line, targeting this, and it was pretty solid. It slammed right into that this morning. And you can see here it just kind of gapped up and it was great. We had a great exit on that. And we can take a look at that. And this is Buffalo Wild, by the way, which I love to the downside, which we'll come back to that. So for Google, this one we got out of it, booked $66,000 on that trade, which was awesome. We had some put credit spreads and some long calls. And then Buffalo Wild, although the market obviously is trending higher, there are some pockets of weakness, and I continue to want to develop my short exposure. And so for Buffalo Wild Wings, if we look at this on a weekly chart, you can see that we've got this pretty decent trend line here that we're starting to crack through, right? And we've got an RAF sell, and we've got a squeeze. So at the very least, I'm looking at we could actually come back to the fire line at 141, but if it takes out this low, and I think with the squeeze that we can, then I'm looking at about $134 to the downside. So if we could get down to $134, this position would be pretty awesome. Obviously, that would make it about a six-figure trade. But more realistically, the 141 level looks good, and that's still pretty decent. So I do like that, and more importantly, I just like having short exposure in this market. This market to me is just not. It's a little shaky, and while we have some, like the Nasdaq here, don't get me wrong, the Nasdaq looks great. If we look at the transportation sector, there's some chinks in the armor here, and if we look at this in terms of from a daily perspective. We fell. It's taken a long time to work our way back, and definitely some red flags there. Okay. In terms of other stocks that I like here, AAOI on the long side I do like, simply because it has a very high short interest. Okay, so those kind of stocks are fun, as does CACC, and this is one with this weekly squeeze. We're looking for it to get up to the top of this extension, which would be about another 10 points of upside. All right, so a lot of fun stuff there, and then we're in hurry up and wait mode for the Fed. All right, and I want to let you know about a free webinar we are doing with Chaikin Analytics, and this will be taking place on Wednesday at 7 o'clock Central Time, which is also 8 o'clock, of course, Eastern Time. The software on this is software that we use. It's been great for both combining technical and fundamental analysis. It's got some very powerful scans and really gives you a good feel of not only what's going on with individual stocks from both a fundamental and a technical perspective, but the overall market as well. So this will be a free webinar, and Mark will be on there talking about it, and you can just sign up right here, claim your spot, and you will be good to go. So looking forward to that. Simplertrading.com/Chaikin. All right, you guys have a good one, and we'll see you at the next update.